It's booty time, guys. Yeah, and this is exactly the same as the two machines I had on the last video. Although that's a bit of a strange thing to say because the two machines were actually different to each other. Yeah, but this is the same as one of them. And that is actually quite interesting because we can do something here today. Let's have a look. Again, this came without the side fitted. And this is a one of those. So this is the same as the motherboard that I couldn't get to work. Some MOSFETs here were getting hot. I figured the North Bridge had a problem. It's kind of stuck in some sort of loop. And I have another one. That's good because the motherboard was actually worth about £80 just based on ones that had sold recently. So we're sought after a retro board. But it's also good because I still have that faulty one here and maybe we can compare the two. I don't believe we can get the one working, but it might just be interesting. Interesting. So I'll just dismantle this thing. We'll get the motherboard on the bench alongside the other one. And let's see what we can work out from that. So here it is. This is the bad one from last week. I've also got this. So somebody mentioned these on the comments last week. This actually has its own built-in diagnostic type thing, and somebody said I should try this as well as putting the analyzer card in. So let's have a look at this one, see if it's got any short circuits or whatever. If not, let's power it up. Let's see if we can get it working, and then we can use this as a comparison on that other one. We can get the thermal camera out again, and maybe, as I say, we'll learn something interesting. So we'll just concentrate on this for now. This has the red cross on, so you know which one this is. This looks pretty good, apart from the parallel port is very corroded. Other than that, it looks pretty much okay. All these capacitors look fine on this one. Yeah, we know these support the fast P4s, so could get lucky, I guess. If it's a 3.4 gig, we'll be very, very lucky. Let's just make some basic checks. So, yeah, resistance looking good there. Right, I'll connect this up on my known good power supply and let's see what this one does with the analyzer card in. So here we are. I've plugged this thing in. Let's have a look. We can see what this does as well as looking at what that does. I'll attach the monitor, VGA. You never know, it might actually work. Let's see what it does. Well, the wire was just caught in the fan. This one looks like it's booting actually. Okay, yeah, we have a picture on the screen there. It'll say there's no hard drive in a minute. Okay, so this one actually does work. This is the little analyzer, so let's just switch this off again. Let's switch this on again. So you can see what it's doing. It's like making interesting coloured patterns. Okay, so it goes to 3 red and 1 green. They numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4, so number 3 is lit. I'm sure I can find the user manual to tell me what that actually means. Most likely it means there's nothing for it to boot from, so let's connect the hard drive and see what's on it. The machine last week with the Pentium 4 socket 775 had Linux on it, so we'll see. Came from the same place. I have a number of these actually here. Okay, I've attached the hard drive. Let's see what it does. Let's have a look at this again. This was stopping, I think, on all 1s last time. Let's go. Well, that's interesting because that's just giving one display, not working as such. This is working. I have a picture. Still saying it needs to run setup. It's also a 3 GHz Pentium 4, same as the previous one. Let's try this. So we'll go into setup. I'm not sure why that analyzer isn't working. Maybe the slot just wants cleaning. Okay, enter setup. We'll just load the BIOS defaults on here and then we will save. In fact, let's load the high performance defaults. Yeah. Okay. Says it might not work. Let's see. Ah, this is now change codes. I do have a picture. We have different. Ah, these are all green now. But I don't seem to have anything on the screen. Oh no, I do. So yeah, it's running some sort of Linux again. This is this Ubuntu BusyBox. So we can see that we get 4 green when they boot up. Let's measure a few voltages on this and then we'll have another look at that faulty one again. In fact, actually, before voltages, let's just try the thermal camera. So these 2 MOSFETs were over 70 degrees on the other one. Actually, that one does run quite warm. Let's see what it reads on this one. Well, you know, that is running at 62 degrees. This one is running quite a bit cooler. This was 70 something on the other one. It's about 54, 55, I have 63. So 71, so you know these things do run quite hot. There's another one down here as well, which I didn't measure on the other one, okay? Interesting. Northbridge is about 39. Just find it with my finger. Southbridge is here, that's cool. Yeah, 44, something like that. And if we can just get up here, this is the clock gen, I think. 54, and above that, SIO 35. Okay. So on this board, I'm expecting the same voltage as the other one, really. So this was, I think, was 5 volts, or this was 5 volts. Yeah. This is 3.3, which is the output, I think. That is 2.5, so that goes to here. Actually, I think that is the output, 2.5. And then that goes to this one, which gives an output of 1.5 on the other one. And there's actually a third one which I didn't measure, it's down here, but I'm interested actually. So that is 3 volts and this has another 2.5. okay, so that's what we actually have there. Let's look at the other one. So I may have misdiagnosed this one because the MOSFET was, I said, running too hot on here, basically running the same or very similar temperature on the other one. Let's try it again. So I've connected this back up, I've put this on this time. Let's see what it does. Yeah, this one was getting stuck on this. It was going round the loop. Oh, there's no memory in it at the moment. I've taken it out. I'll put the memory in from the one we just looked at. Let's go again. So power on. The little bracket. Start. Now, there's no CMOS battery on this board at the moment, but there was previously. It was doing the same thing. So you can see it gets stuck at this point and then it switches off, okay? What I'll do is I'll just take the processor off the other one as well. It's the same speed, this was a 3 gig. Right, let's try it again with the other processor because we know this memory and processor are good. Yeah, we're still stuck in that loop going to D4. Yeah, with just the one green light on. And the switch is off. Switch back on by itself that time, actually. Doesn't normally do that. It normally goes off and stays off. Notice the fan isn't spinning actually at the moment. I'm not sure what's wrong with that fan. I'm sure it was working previously. Okay, so it's just stuck in the loop this time. Right. I think I have the fan plugged in the wrong place actually. It says here CPU fan. That was an NB fan. Okay. Oh, Northbridge fan, but there isn't a Northbridge fan on this. Okay, must be for like a slightly different model or something. Okay. Just rest the fan over, that'd be fine. Right. Let's try again. Power on. Fan's running now. Yeah, and it switches off. Back on again. Let's look at the thermal camera while it's doing this. So this one is at 60 degrees. Just get rid of the glare so you can see it. Okay. The other one (66, 67). And then the other one runs a bit cooler under there, 40 something. So in actual fact they're running about the same temperature, so I misdiagnosed this one, that's pretty sure. And the voltages on these MOSFETs, which are getting hot. So 3.5, this was 5, this is 2.5, 2.5 into here. 4, yeah, this was 1.5, and then this was 3 on this. I think it was 2 point something. Slightly different on this one, similar. And 5.2, yeah, that's the same. So that's basically what we have. There's another MOSFET down here, which could be the RAM supply. Oh, that's got 12 volts on it. Minus something. That's 12 and 12. And a slight negative voltage on the gate. That's a bit strange, okay. This MOSFET with the 2.5, that comes down this way. So I think we can say that is actually the RAM supply. This one I don't really know, but we have the code on the back of this. Let's see if this tells us anything. Here is the user manual. I found this at msi.com, which is still available. This might give us some indication why these seem to be rather popular on the retro scene and have some value. As I say, we looked up, sold about £80 recently. And there's not that many available. It has overclocking, this core center you can see here. So it has some overclocking options. Round cables. I actually have the cables with these, by the way. I should keep hold of them, I think. This is the bracket. So the black is red and the green is the white one, and this is failing on early chipset initialization. So that kind of comes down pretty much to what we knew, that it does have a chipset problem. We can see in eBay there are a few for sale at this sort of price. Okay, another one here. That's with a 3 GHz processor, which is what I have. That's a different board, PE. That's a different board again. So basically there's a couple for sale there. Let's have a look in the completed or sold listings. Sold items search. Yeah, so one sold there and somebody made an offer on it. Okay. Sold on the 30th of July. That's just over a week ago. Again, that was a bundle. Let's see what was with that. That was without the IO shield. I have the IO shields, by the way. And that was a 2.8 gigahertz. So it was a slightly slower processor. But in fairness, that doesn't really make any difference to the price between the 2.8 and the 3. Okay. When I previously looked, that was only last week, but I did find one sold for about £85, something like that. So I'm guessing that's probably what this one sold for, although you can't actually see when an offer was made like that, okay? Now, I did mention I have a batch of these machines, and I think quite a few of them are the same motherboard. So I'll have a look and let's see just how many of these I actually have. I've marked the other working one as number 1, this one number 2, just a big cross on the one that doesn't work. Let's see if this one actually works, otherwise it'll be another cross. Yeah. So power's on. I haven't checked the shorts on this one, so I better do that. To those who ask me why do I do this, I'll answer it very shortly this time. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, looking good. I have one of these. With each of these, I have quite a few. You'll see in a bit as we go through them. Let's try it. Well, this is booting, but the analyzer isn't working. That's what it looks like. Let's try cleaning the slot in a moment. Yeah, I don't actually have a signal. Oh, hold on a second. It's doing something. Okay, let's just try that in another slot, or just maybe back in this one and just waggle it a bit. Let's go again. So power on. Yeah, now it's got it. This is doing what that other faulty one was doing. It's stuck in this D4 loop with this green LED on. So that has a problem the same as the other faulty one by the looks of it. Okay. Again, these are hot. And this happens. Let's get the RAM out. Okay. Yeah, it goes to E0 without the RAM. That's what the other one did. Again. Let's see if this one switches off by itself. Nope, it's just stuck in that loop. Okay. What processor's on this one? I wouldn't be surprised if it's another 3 gig. These quite possibly are all the same, these machines. Yep, another 3 gig. Okay, so we'll put an X on this one. 1 is good. Here's the other faulty one, so we'll call this 0. We'll have 0, 1, 2. Let's have a look at some more of these. I did say I had a few of these, so as well as the working one, number 1, and the faulty ones, number 0 and number 2, which have the same fault, I have 7 more. So that was in this batch of computers. A couple more came with them as well, but they're something different, I think, so we can look at that on another video. So let's have a look through these quickly. Let's see how many are actually working, and let's see how many are faulty and whether the faults are the same as the other 2. Okay, so this one we can call number 3. What do you think? Will it work? Power on, start. Well, this seems to be stuck in this D4 loop. Again, another one. Okay. We take the RAM out. I'm sure it will go the same as the other ones did. Yeah, E0. 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 Let's just try 1 RAM. So that is giving the E0 error. These are marked 1, 2, 3, 4, but I think these socket 478 are the last of the 32-bit machines, so probably they should go in 1 and 2. Okay, back to D4. That's in 1 and 3. In it goes. Oh, now it's booting. So we've had one doing that area that actually seems to boot up. I mean, we have a picture on the screen. Let's put the little analyzer thing on as well. Here it is. Now it's on D5. Oh, now it's going to go past that. Yeah, D8. It's getting further. But it stopped at that. Okay, this one I'm going to just clean these RAM slots. These do run hot, by the way. These MOSFETs on all of these. Okay, let's try again. Nope, we're stuck on D6 now. Okay, looking at the manual, we do have dual channel memory on this, so it says that we can put a single DIMM in any of the slots. So 1 DIMM in any of the slots would work from what it's saying here. But if we want to have dual channel, we either have to have in DIMM 1 and 3, DIMM 2 and 4, or we can have in all 4. So that's basically what we have. So it says that any other combination, like I have it in 1 and 2 at the moment, will function as single channel. But it should work, okay? I mean, this one is behaving rather intermittently, so it is like there's a bad connection somewhere on it. It's the first time I've seen one that even worked once after it was giving this error at D4. So we now just have this D6. That gives E0 with just that one. Oh! And now it's changed D5, D6. So it does appear the problem with these boards does seem to be something related to RAM, because I have the same error or very similar on the other two non-working ones, okay? I do know, because I looked up earlier, actually in that manual, that the voltage for the RAM is 2.5, which is what we have on here, okay? On this MOSFET, which I said was coming down that way. Okay, so number 3 is now working. You see, I just waggled on the RAM and it's working. But you can hear the bleeps. Just switch my monitor to VGA. You can see there. And you can also see that this is, yeah, just saying no OS. So this one very much seems to have some bad connection in the RAM. And I have cleaned the slots. Okay, so that's number 3. So let's have a look at the other ones while we're here. Number 4. I am checking for shorts on these, by the way, guys. I'm just trying to make the video a little bit shorter by not showing you that, but I'm checking on each one. So, power on. Well, this just gives 0, 0. This doesn't boot at all. Get the RAM out. Let's have a look. Yeah, this one just doesn't boot. So that's a different fault. Let's keep going through them quickly. Number 5. So again, there's no short circuits on the VRM. All the capacitors look good on these, all of them, by the way. So let's just try this one. That one doesn't boot at all. Same as the previous one. Just take the RAM out. Again. Yeah, so 2 that don't boot. So I seem to have a variety of problems with this lot. Number 6. I wonder what this one does. Again, there's no shorts on the VRM. All the capacitors look good. So, power on. Start. Oh, now this one is... This is working. Let me see if I get a picture out of this one. The PCI isn't. I'm starting to wonder if the problem with a lot of these is dirty slots. And maybe some corrosion in the RAM as well. Because it seems to be a bit of a theme that's forming here. Yeah, you see that works now. It's gone past that. Oh no, he's stuck onto that D4 loop again. Goes past it and comes back to it. Switches off. So this is behaving like that first one we had. I'm just rattling on these a little bit. See, I managed to get the E1 area. D4. But we know in one case that I managed to get that D4 to go away and boot. So I'm thinking, if we could just figure out how I managed to do that, maybe it'll fix the rest of these. D6. As you see, I've got it on this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So that one is booting with one RAM strip in. Let's have a look at these RAM slots from the, well, not the microscope. Yeah, let's use a microscope. Actually. Yeah, I think we've got here just a bit of a bad case of some corrosion in the RAM slots. I haven't tried cleaning this one with ISO, but it didn't particularly help with the other ones, to be honest. So let it focus. Quite nice, this autofocus microscope. Yeah. But again, we can get that one to work by waggling around at the RAM. Well, we have a few more, so let's just go through the rest of them and then we'll come to some sort of conclusion. Number 7 then. This has a full complement of RAM in this one. There's no shorts again on the VRM. The capacitors all look good. What's this one going to do? Let's see. Power on. Start. Again, we have this D4. Switches off. I'll take 2 of the strips of RAM out. Just leave 2 in. Okay. Okay. D6. Going past it. Booting. Picture. So that was like a good one. Probably just wants a bit of a clean. Capacitors look good. No shorts again. What does it do? This one boots, I think. Having a few goes at that. Okay. This one's in that loop again. Try with one strip. E0. 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 Okay. Oh, that slot I can't even get the thing in. So that tells me the slot is corroded or something. Okay. Again. I'm gonna boot this one. Yeah. Okay. So that's another good one. Probably again want some slots cleaning. That's number 8, which is okay. Basically. And there's one more, so let's have a look. Okay, and number 9 has a bad capacitor, or quite probably a damaged capacitor all bashed in here. I'm certainly not going to try and power this up. That's on the 12 volt supply. So we'll put this one number 9. Capacitor. Okay, So that was a bit of a triage really, guys. What do we have? We have one that's got a damaged capacitor. Don't know what else condition it's in, okay? We have two that just say 0 and don't appear to boot at all, either on the analyzer or on this. They're just all red. So those two are not booting at all. And then the other 6, either, in fact no, the other 7, because I had the original one, okay, we started from 0. So the other 7 either are stuck in this E4, E6 loop permanently or kind of intermittently, and from what I can see, the RAM slots on these are somewhat tarnished. Okay, I'm just looking into another one here. You can see what we have. Okay, yeah, you can see it in this one. So you can see there's some sort of corrosion or tarnish on there. We need to find some sort of solution that will clean these up. Somebody suggested using an emery cloth or one of these things, like the wife cleans her nails with, or files her nails. It does seem to fit in there, by the way. Okay, so let's have a nice video trying different methods to clean the RAM slots, and then with a bit of luck we might have 8 out of 10 of these working. I think we have 3 that seem to work quite reliably at the moment, given the fact I paid €20 each for these. So I have about, well, €200 worth actually of computers here used. But looking at the price on the retro market, it may take a little while to sell, but it seems that 200 is worth 800, 850, something like that. So definitely I think onto an earner here. Even if it take a while to sell, yeah, if I sell 3, I've got the money back and some profits, and I don't really care if he sells 1 a month or so after that, you know what I mean? It's just money coming in occasionally. Don't take a lot of storage, suits me fine. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. I did a lot of work on this one. It's probably way too long, but I hope you'll still come back, and I'll see you all again soon on Learning Electronics Repair. Ciao for now, guys.